The Dominic Carter Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And here we are on the Friday edition. Dominic Carter here with you amazing folks. The number to reach us right now live over the course of the next hour. And we see your calls already coming in. 800-848-9222. The Michigan terrorists who tried to murder Jewish children. And now it's revealed his brothers were suspected Hezbollah. Old Dominion terrorists in Virginia who killed that ROTC instructor was released from early prison, had admitted to plotting the U.S. attack. And our mayor, Mamdani, hosted a Ramadan fast-ending event, praying the rugs and all in the historic Blue Room of City Hall, New York City. I don't think you folks understand the relevance of the Blue Room. All mayors over the course of the last 100 years, whenever you see the mayor of New York City on television or listening to the mayor on radio, it's from the Blue Room. And what did the mayor of New York City do, Mamdani? He turned it basically into a temple. Literally, the rugs for praying, and invited Muslim American social media influencers, young people, to the Blue Room for this fast ending as part of Ramadan. 800-848-9222. My colleague Brian Kilmeade on Fox talking to President Trump about the situation in Michigan and in Virginia.
Disgrace. They're sick. They're really demented people, and has been going on for a long time. They come into the country, they sneak in. You know, we have a solid border now. We have a border that's 100%. 9 months, nobody coming in, but they came in, and they came in a lot through Biden, and they came in through other presidents, frankly, and it's a disgrace. But what we took in over the last 4 years preceding my take in, because we had that border pretty well wrapped up within 3 months, but and he could have done the same thing. We took in 25 million people, and many of those people came from bad places. So it's a shame when you hear about these things. It's a shame, very sad.
How could anybody in their right mind argue against what President Trump has done at the border? Oh, he's not nice to migrants. He's not nice to illegals. Would you rather he be nice? And we look at the Michigan situation and the Virginia situation. President Trump, thank you for the remarkable leadership. 800-848-9222. The governor of Michigan stating the obvious.
Yesterday's attack was anti-Semitism. It was hate, plain and simple. We will fight this ancient and rampant evil. We will stand together as we do it, and we will call it out. We must lower the rhetoric in this state and in this country, especially at this moment where we have seen such a rise in anti-Semitism and more attacks on the Jewish community.
The situation as it relates to Virginia and Old Dominion University, this is a former FBI supervisory agent.
Should have gone to jail for 20 years, Lawrence, and I believe did somewhere in the neighborhood of 132 months. And again, it goes back to that suicidal empathy. The judge here decided that somebody that was tried and convicted of providing material support to ISIS deserved a second chance. And this was his second chance. We are going to see more ISIS-related and inspired attacks. And why is that? Well, propaganda and attention is the coin of the realm in the terror business. And ISIS doesn't want Hamas and Hezbollah getting all the attention. So I think now more than ever, we need to pay attention to these potential lone wolf attacks.
And I played this early this morning, but it bears repeating. I've covered New York City Hall for almost, 4 decades. I have never, ever, ever seen anything like this. The mayor of New York City, the historic Blue Room at City Hall. What Mamdani did amounts to, imagine this, if President Trump was a Muslim American president, for argument's sake, and he took the White House briefing room and he took the chairs out and put praying rugs down on the floor and then held an event based on faith. Imagine that at the White House. That's exactly what Mamdani did in New York City. This guy is bold. He doesn't care. But I'm going to tell you this, and this is what's going to happen. Remember I said this, write it down. He is so out of control. He is so outrageous. It reaches a point. You have rules, so he's untouchable. But the only way you can take him out of office is if Governor Hochul removes him. That's never going to happen. So here's what's probably going to happen. He's going to continue with what he's doing, and he's going to force the feds to open up some type of investigation into him. They're going to be forced to find something on him to remove him from office if he continues this way. So, again, I played this morning, but it bears hearing again. These are Muslim American social media influencers that Mamdani invited for a part of the Ramadan celebration that he held in the Blue Room of City Hall. Mr. Mayor, your police detail, the cops that you hate, they could have chauffeur driven you to the nearest temple, but you decided to bring your faith into City Hall in the Blue Room where you normally hold your briefings, and what you're about to hear. And I want you to listen to the glee in the voices, because they are making it very clear that they have arrived. These young people. These are young people inside the Blue Room as they were on rugs and praying and food and part of Ramadan.
I got invited to have dinner with the mayor. Zohran Mamdani is the first mayor to host the iftar in his office, and it was honestly so wholesome. When we arrived, the room was decorated with these beautiful carpets. We all sat down, took off our shoes, and prepared to break our fast. I personally do not like dates, but of course the mayor gave it to me, so I had to try it. The conversations at this iftar was truly so wholesome. We spoke about our families, our Eid traditions, our favorite meals, and our goals for the rest of Ramadan. I participated, but not too much because that food was too good for me to put down. Me and him had a little one-on-one conversation about the rent prices in New York, and he said he's gonna put it down. JK, he didn't say that, but he definitely should. We became besties after, and then finished off the night with taking pictures, content, and etc. And honestly, a huge shout out to our amazing mayor. I really wish you guys were there. We felt like a family. Everything was so thoughtful and wholesome. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward him, and I hope to be back here next year.
Tell me why I got invited to an iftar hosted by Mayor Mamdani. At this point, my side quests just keep getting more random. But you bet I dropped everything to head to City Hall where the iftar was taking place. Zohran's team brought together a bunch of creators to join him for iftar. And I am actually a fangirl for him. Like, I can't believe this man is real. I low-key thought he was AI because he's too jolly and charismatic for a New Yorker. This man catered a massive spread of classic South Asian food, and you can tell he loves us. Then dinner turned into intentional conversations about Ramadan and what this month means to us. My favorite part was hearing from creators who don't practice Islam but have secondary knowledge through their friends. It's so beautiful when we share traditions without judgment, because that's what New York is. We are the most diverse place on this world, and I'm so grateful to call this city my home, with a mayor like Mamdani.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you. How's it going?
Excuse me, Mr. Mayor. You might as well get ready now. You might as well call Corporation Counsel right now. Your team of about 600 lawyers. Some group is going to sue you. Mr. Mayor, you can't mix a government and religion like that. You can't have a Ramadan celebration in the Blue Room. The Blue Room. This is where legendary reporters have sat, Gabe Pressman and on, and you're holding a Ramadan celebration, a praying celebration, and you got the rugs, whatever you want to call it, you got the rugs inches away from your office, and you couldn't have your staff drive you to the nearest temple. that had to be done in the Blue Room at City Hall? I don't think so, Mr. Mayor. Some group is going to sue you in federal court. You can't mix politics like that with religion. 800-848-9222. Let's start with your calls. Al, line 3 in New Jersey. Al, welcome to the Dominic Carter Show. What's on your mind?
Hey, Dominic, how are you? Listen, I listen to you all the time. We blame a lot of people for what happened to Mamdani, the great idiot of New York, but and we blame sleepwalk.
Your phone is going in and out, Al. Are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. No, Al, I can't understand a word you're saying. Are you still there? Okay, Al, I'm sorry. Let's go on to Adam, line 4 in Florida. Adam, what's on your mind?
Hey, Dominic, yeah, this guy is peeing all over New York. New York is going to be the next England before you know. And how come the media doesn't call this guy out for what he is?
Well, you know what, Adam? You know what, Adam? When I used to hear on talk radio, oh, the media is falling, I used to say to myself, you folks don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what it's like in the media. But guess what? I was wrong and you guys were right. Because when you say free pass, he got more of a free pass than Obama did. And I thought I would never see somebody that got a free pass as much as Obama did. You know, the MTV generation, the media said, we want a black president. We want a black president. It doesn't matter. Obama has won this election months before you vote. And that's exactly what happened. Now we have, Mamdani and this guy, the first call I could hear a little bit, he said that, or maybe you just said, somebody said that he's peeing all over us. Normally, I wouldn't use those strong words, but guess what? That is exactly what he is doing, Adam. You have the final word. Go ahead.
It's just, I feel for my daughter because she goes to college in New York and she goes to a religious college, and I'm in fear for her and all the rest of the people in New York because New York's about to be overtaken. Before you know it, they're going to be throwing the rugs all over the Fifth Avenue.
Well, Adam, thank you for the call. I see Amy in New Jersey. I got to take a break, Amy, but Amy says we did this with Christmas parties. I'm being hypocritical. No. Amy, you got it wrong. I bring history to doing this job. The Christmas parties are held at Gracie Mansion, not at City Hall. Time for a break. We're coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And we are back on this Friday. I mentioned Amy in New Jersey, line 5. Let's do it, Amy. What's on your mind? Amy. Amy sounds like she's paying attention to the radio rather than the phone, and I'm about to move on. This is your last chance, Amy. Are you there? Okay, tried to give you a shot, Amy, but I guess since I schooled Amy, she says I was being hypocritical because I'm pointing out that they do these things for holiday parties. No, they don't, Amy. And you don't understand the difference between a holiday party and rugs on the floor and an event for Ramadan in the Blue Room of City Hall. You don't understand the difference between those two. And at least, as long as I was covering City Hall, the holiday parties are always held at Gracie Mansion, not City Hall. Rick, line 3, Westchester, New York. What's on your mind, Rick?
Yeah, Dominic, I want to know, is that room available tonight for the Stations of the Cross, since it's Friday, and during Friday for Lent, Catholics, we recognize Stations of the Cross on Fridays.
You already know the answer for that. Or how about for a Jewish organization with this mayor, right? How about that?
Yeah. Great idea. Yep.
So you know what, Rick? You're putting out there a reciprocal question. You already know the answer. This is disgusting, Rick. It is utterly disgusting what Mamdani is doing. And, he won't. Yep. Go ahead, Rick.
No, it's just that everyone voted for the guy, and we just hope that hopefully we get a governor in there that's got the law behind him where we could actually replace the mayor with another mayor. Hopefully, I don't know.
Well, Rick, thank you for the call. You say everybody voted for him. I kind of cringe on that. You had a lot of uneducated voters that when he was pimping with the promise of free, these naive people, and that's the kindest word I can find, naive, they went for the classic okie doke. Oh, Mamdani, line 5, Liz in Florida. Liz, is it 150 degrees today in Florida? You're going to tell me about your beautiful weather?
It is warm and lovely, but I'm not going to, discuss that.
You're not going to rub it in?
I'm not going to rub it in. I won't.
Okay, not today.
Oh, it's a nice day, though. Okay, so I think that this is what I think we should do. The detectives, the Secret Service, the FBI, whoever can do that, they need to go research the old court records and investigate which terrorists have been released, without serving time, and look into their activities. Because a terrorist is always a terrorist. They don't change colors, and they're probably stewing and stirring their next scheme. Terrorists taking over our country, Dominic.
Well, Liz, to be honest with you, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, I would have said, that's ridiculous. Stop wasting my time. But to hear it now, Liz, I'm raising my eyebrows. I'm looking a lot harder than I ever have. The signs are not looking good at all the way around the board. And when you've got a leader who's elected to City Hall and he's having the rugs on the floor of the Blue Room and a Muslim event at City Hall. Now, normally mayors they'll have ceremonial events, but they won't actually have something like this. To say that this was bold is, Liz, thank you for the call. I don't understand what this guy is thinking. I know what he's thinking because he's got the left media on his side, Channel 4, Channel 7. Channel 2 is irrelevant, but 4 and 7, their television reporters are in Mamdani's pockets. Trust me, I know them all personally. They are in his pocket. Time for a break. On this Friday, we are coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show, entertaining and informative on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
I'm looking at my Twitter at my ex at Dominic TV, and Bob Weisberg just sent something to me, and he says here, a leap of faith at Dominic TV, and he reposts. This is of a raccoon, right? And there's apparently water rising, and the raccoon's not going to make it. The raccoon's on a pole, right? And her 3 babies are on her back, and death seems imminent for all 4 of them, for mommy and her 3 babies. And then we see the raccoon, and I hope I reposted this. I did. The raccoon jumps for a nearby boat and makes the jump. It's amazing what mama bears. And Jonas, I'm not just talking about bears, I'm talking about women, I'm talking about animals, I'm talking about raccoons, what mama bears will do to protect their young ones.
One word, anything.
Anything. That's good. That's good. Animal. And Jonas, I'm sitting here, I'm thinking about when I'm at home, right? I always joke with my wife because I'm in talk radio, we have 1 million cameras all over the house, plus all types of security devices. So if you even move near here on the outside, it picks it up and notifies us right away.
Oh, wow. And
so we have these big, fat raccoons. I don't think they're beavers, but in the middle of the night, and the security devices will go off, and my wife Marilyn gets mad at me because the big, fat raccoons.
They're eating good.
Eating good. And she'll say, and I'm like, let's let them in. They're part of the family. And she doesn't like when I joke like that. Mm-hmm. And she says, I can't say the exact word. She uses profanity. She says, when they bite you in your big fat. then we'll, backside. Then we'll see if you feel the same way. So do you remember raccoons? What, they can give you rabies? What's the big thing? What's the one with
rabies?
Go ahead.
Yep, it's
rabies. If they bite you.
Yeah, one of my close friends in middle school got. He didn't get bit, but it jumped on him. It was a mama raccoon. He got too close, but didn't know, and it dug its claws into his arm, and he had to get tetanus shots.
Oh, they say the tetanus shots really hurt, those long needles. So it's the porcupines, the one that'll hit you with the needles, right?
Right. Yeah, they're a straight shooter.
And it's the bear, the one that'll scratch us to death and then bite us to death, and that's
right.
That.
I don't want to mess with no mama bears, no mamas at all.
Right. Leave the moms alone. And it's funny because at the White House, and we're getting to all your telephone calls in just a second, at the White House the other day in celebration of Women's History Month, the First Lady Melania Trump delivering a historic message.
The strength of America is closely tied to the role women play in shaping their children's character, education, and morals. The values cultivated within our communities shape the voice and vision of our next generation. A woman's influence strengthens our democracy, capital markets, and time-tested business institutions. Across the country today, women are finding unique ways to balance career ambition and family. We all know these incredible women. They dominate America's workforce now more than ever before. As a visionary, I know success is not born overnight, but rather takes shape after a long and sometimes challenging process.
And folks, I happened to catch the First Lady's documentary the other night. I found it to be fascinating. And I did not know that she's a big fan of Michael Jackson. In the documentary, she's actually singing in the car with the Secret Service detail, all of the vehicles around her. And she's singing in the vehicle Michael Jackson's one of his songs. So who knew, Jonas, So as we get back to our topics at hand, I want you to hear this. This is from Newsmax. One of their guests, Bridget Gabrielle. 4 years ago, to be honest with you folks, I would have said this lady is absolutely nuts. Now, I'm not so sure. She may be on to something. Listen to this. She's talking about the mayor of New York City, Mamdani.
Well, this is insulting, and you should see how this is playing on the Muslim street worldwide in Arabic media. What Mamdani is doing, basically, he's telling the Muslim world, we are continuing and building on what Osama bin Laden has done. He may have started it, but we are continuing carrying the torch to establish Islam as a dominant religion in the United States, starting with New York, the exact same city that Osama bin Laden attacked. And notice how he mentioned in his speech, he said that watching the transformation in a place that I've accustomed to be something else. So he is bragging about the transformation of the United States, of New York, of the exact same place that Osama bin Laden attacked. And he is very proud. This is pure Islamic marketing on the world stage.
Yeah, and projecting the dominance. And you know how he gets away with it? It's with that big smile that he always puts on. He looks so disarming with that big smile. That's not real. He's an actor. He's a snake. He's an Islamist. He's a communist. He hates this country. He viscerally hates this country. You can tell by the way he runs this city. You can tell by his rhetoric. And if you watched him before he became mayor and before he ran for mayor, he had a scowl, an evil, America-hating, New York-hating scowl. Everywhere he went, the places he went, where he campaigned, how he talked, everything shifted when he suddenly realized he wanted to run New York. And he had to do that. And by the way, Bridget, where are all of the separation of church and state liberals in this city? Imagine if a Christian mayor started talking about Jesus all the time and putting Jesus stuff everywhere and turned the rooms of the mayor's mansion, it looked like a church. Imagine what they would say.
They would lose their mind.
Yes, and they would lose their mind. That's Bridget Gabrielle on Newsmax. Let's go back to your telephone calls. Dominic Carter, we're here with you on this Friday. And by the way, folks, on Fridays, I like to hear if you're doing anything interesting, let me know. So on Sunday night, most of us, part of the network, will be here for an Oscars party. Of course, the owner of the network of Red Apple Audio Networks, John Catsimatidis, a Hollywood star in the movie. I forgot the name of the movie off the top of my head, but they're saying, as soon as I saw the movie, I said, this movie's going to win an Oscar. Right, Marty Supreme. Thank you so much, Jonas. And the reason why I didn't say he's going to win an Oscar, meaning the movie at the time, because folks would have said, oh, you're saying that because that's your boss. No, I'm saying it because that's how good the movie was. Let's go back to your telephone calls. Diana, Belmore, New York, Long Island, line 4. Diana, what's on your mind?
Hi, Dominic. Thanks for taking my call. First, I have to add that I'm so happy that I heard Bridget on your phone. I have known her for 20 years, and she has never been wrong, so we should listen to her. But the main reason I called for is that I urge you, Dominic, to play the verses that from the Quran that were said by the Imam in that ceremony. You will translate it into English, and then you will know that they are talking about the killing of the infidels by the sword.
You know, Diana, I don't mean to be offensive to anyone. I really don't. I would not sit down for 2 minutes, for 2 seconds to read the Quran. I just wouldn't. It's not my thing.
You don't have to but this is what was broadcast on that ceremony in the Blue Room. You are upset that they had the prayer.
I'm not upset. I'm not upset. It's just that in 40 years, I've never, ever, I started in this business covering Ed Koch. Can you imagine Ed Koch doing something like that?
Of course not.
It's just I've never seen a mayor give a big FU to all the voters of the city the way that Mamdani does. And he's basically saying is a Muslim American is running this city, and this is now going to be a Muslim city, whether you like it or not. He's basically saying, get down with me or lay down. This is Mamdani's New York. That's what he's telling us every day.
You are correct, 100%, but verses that talk about killing of the infidels during that ceremony, I think that is really scary.
So you're telling me that was said while he was at
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Have that broadcast again, and have someone who knows Arabic to translate that a few of verses of the Quran that the Imam said in that ceremony. I heard them with my own ears.
Well,
I urge you to do that.
I hear you, Diana. I have to be frank and honest with you. We're going into the weekend, and I get one day off. I'm back on Sunday. The last thing in the world that I'm going to be thinking about tomorrow is Mamdani or anything related to him.
I don't blame you, Dominic, because we all want to enjoy our lives.
Right. It's reckless. You know what? I'm not talking about another topic. I'm not going to do it, Diana. 1001, 1002, 1003. I'm not going to talk about why we have Mamdani as a mayor. 1001, 1002, 1003. I'm not going to do it, Jonas. 1001, 1002, 1003. Diana, thank you for the call. Musa,
thank you. Have a good weekend.
I'm not going to talk about the only reason why we have Mamdani elected as mayor. It's not because he got 50% of the vote. It's because the fix and the con was in. It was 2 against 1. 1001, 1002, 1003. I'm not going to do it. It's Friday. I'm going to think about my grandkids. I'm not going to think about the person that threw the race to Mamdani, that was on his team and was a candidate in the race. 1001, 1002, 1003. Notice I don't hear from the supporters of that candidate as much, Because you've got to feel like a fool the way you were completely conned. Straight up and down conned. 1001, 1002. Jonas, I don't know, man. I'm trying my best. Let me move on. That's what I need. Is that Excedrin or is that aspirin or is that Bayer's or what is it? What is it, man?
Both?
I need all three, right? I need all three. But 1001, I'm not going to talk about that person. Let's go on to Rose. I'm not going to talk about why we have this guy as a mayor. There's one person, one individual that gave the mayor's race to him. 1001, 1002. Let's go to Rose, Long Island. Rose, what's on your mind?
Oh, I needed that laugh, Dominic. Take care of yourself. Don't get too fashioned over this. It's not worth it. But I called to tell you that I really don't think that Mamdani is going to show up for the 9/11 ceremonies for the 25th anniversary. He doesn't feel like he has to respect anyone. He didn't show up for the Cardinals installation, whatever you call it. He didn't show up for the press conference with the Southern District and Commissioner Tisch regarding the 2 IED bombers. They were his people that did all of this. So what is he going to sit there, make believe that he's showing sympathy, empathy? I think he's going to be a no-show. That's just my feeling, and that's my hope, because they should bill him if he shows up.
Right. Well, I don't know. Go ahead, Rose.
No, and as far as the First Lady is concerned, she is right about mama bears. I can tell you, when somebody holds the door open for me, this is what I say to them. If it's like at 7-Eleven, attention, all shoppers. We have a gentleman at the front door. Please thank him and thank his mama bear. That's what I say, because it comes from the mama. You tell mama she's a beautiful woman. How do I know? Because she's got a beautiful son. That's what I say, and I'm grateful.
Wow. Hey, wait, Rose, but help me out here, Rose. So the raccoon that had her babies on her back and she jumped into the boat as the flooding water was increasing. Can they teach their babies? What do they teach them?
It's instinct. It's just instinct. They know what they have to do.
And so Mama Bear knows how to scold. Mama Bear Raccoon knows how to scold the baby bear raccoons.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They get their little feelings hurt.
Absolutely.
Wow.
No, she gives them the evil eye. Listen, and I decided you're going to start, move over, Mr. Catsimatidis, Dominic Carter starring in City Slickers 2.0. He hates
What? Hey, I don't know about that, Mr. Catsimatidis. Hey, Rose, he did his thing in that movie. Seriously, I'm not saying that because he and Mrs. Catsimatidis own the network. He really did his thing in that movie. Rose, thank you for the great call. 1001, 1002. I am not going to tell you why we're stuck with Mamdani. I am not going to tell you that other Nope. Time for a break. We're coming right back.
The Dominic Carter Show. Entertaining and informative. On the Red Apple Podcast Network.
And the Tunnel to Towers Foundation final thoughts of the day. Folks, did you know? Inquiring minds want to know. Did you know that it's Friday the 13th? I don't know if you're superstitious. Is that Jason? Is Jason coming in here to get me? Is this Jason 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16? What's his last name? Jason Voorhees? Is that his name? Oh, yeah, wait. That's the best part. Wait. Help me out, man. You're younger than I am. What is? And that means, bam! Jason's about to get you with that knife. There it goes. Here comes Jason. Friday the 13th. They're running for their lives right now. They're running. But here comes Jason. You can't get away from Jason. Friday the 13th. Let's go back to your I'm not 1001, 1002. I'm not going to do it. You know why we have Mamdani. Oh, he can win. I'm not gonna. I just got to get through the next 6 minutes. The next, can I do it? Can I do it? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Mike in Virginia, line 2. Mike, what's on your mind?
How you doing, Dominic? I was laughing when you mentioned Obama, before, because as you referred to him and a lot of people, he's the king. It's unbelievable. And Mamdani, outrageous. Like you said, Dominic, in the Blue Room, you're going to have, a Muslim a festival of some kind with the rug and this and that. Outrageous. And all right, Dominic, listen. Good weekend. Been listening to you for a long time. And all
thank
the best.
you, Mike.
And
you have a beautiful weekend as well. Let's go to Rich, line 5 in Westchester. Rich, what's on your mind?
Hey, Dominic, a quick observation and a prediction. Every time Mamdani's asked about a specific ISIS incident in the city or in the world, he always couches his answer in generalities by saying, I abhor all terroristic violence.
Right. We've been talking about, Rich, we've been talking about that for weeks, but go ahead.
I know. And a quick prediction. Sometime next year, Kathy Hochul's going to find some way to get this guy fired, either through gross incompetence or whatever. She's going to exercise that clause in the New York State Constitution to get rid of this guy, to fire him. I predict it.
I hear you, Rich, and thank you for the call. I don't think it's going to be Governor Hochul. I think it's going to be the feds. The feds are going to have to find a way to open up some type of investigation to remove him as mayor. The city cannot go on like this. There is we have I'm not going to say who we've elected. 1001, 1002, 1003. Let's go to Larry in New Jersey, line 3. Larry, what's on your mind?
Yeah, Dom, I wanted to tell you about raccoons. I've had them for pets, and they are a better pet than any cat or dog. They are
Wait a minute, Larry. You're telling me that a raccoon can be a pet?
Yes.
You should see how pissed off.
When they're babies.
Hey, but wait, Larry, you should see how pissed off my wife gets at me when I run up and show her the ring cam camera of these big, fat raccoons.
Of course. But if you get them as babies, they are the best watchdog you ever had. And
really?
I've had one for a pet when I was a kid, 16 years old. I had him for 7 years.
And then what happens if he bites you?
They never bite. I'm telling you, they will not. They don't bite you. They will not bite. They're tame as hell when you get them when they're babies.
Okay, well, they tame as hell, according to Larry. Don't tell that to my wife. Hey, you think it's so funny? Are you going to laugh when he bites you in your ASS and I got to take your ASS to the emergency room? That's what happens in my household, folks. Never forget that the commitment that America made on 9/11, you can honor it by donating $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers and amplify your impact with a car or land. Go to T2T.org. Have a great weekend.
Thanks for listening to The Dominic Carter Show. You can hear The Dominic Carter Show weekdays at 3 p.m. and Monday through Thursday at midnight and Sunday starting at 11 p.m. on 77 WABC. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?